Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Canadian Motorsports Park here. We await the drivers greening up for race 2 here. It's S.R.O.C in first position after his short race in the previous one. Had some trouble getting off the starting line, had an incident with S.R.O.C. We are almost ready for liftoff. Daniel Taylor in second in his orange Mercedes. And S.R.O.C in third after his retirement in last race. So we await the drivers getting up and we are off. It's a slow start. Daniel Taylor already in first position. S.R.O.C also on the outside running wide there. It's Sullivan still in third with Roddy on the inside. Anderman coming on the inside as well. Right behind S.R.O.C at the moment. Sullivan side by side with Anderman. S.R.O.C still right behind Sullivan, trying to get around him on the inside now. Well, in the back, S.R.O.C runs very wide there. Sullivan still fending off S.R.O.C with Turan right behind him. And Anderman is closing in to Roddy. First is Taylor. Already 2 seconds on S.R.O.C with Roddy making a move on the inside there. On the straight using the draft. S.R.O.C will probably do the same in the back. It's Anderman also trying to get around S.R.O.C and does so successfully here. S.R.O.C in turn still struggling behind Sullivan. Sullivan who's getting close to S.R.O.C. But here comes the move from S.R.O.C on the inside of Sullivan there. It's successful as well. Mariana Turan trying the same thing. Has to hold back just a little bit. And on the inside, Mariana Turan. Oh, and there's contact. Sullivan and Turan touching each other there. Nafius gets alongside. Sullivan still trying to get on track. Ivaldi has gotten past him. S.R.O.C as well. And let's see if Anderman can get close to Roddy here. Roddy in second place with Taylor. Excellent. Oh, and Roddy is off. Roddy is off. Just in front of the slow right hand corner as Alex Mas right behind together with S.R.O.C. Let's see who will have the biggest advantage here. It's Alex Mas with a very, very high top speed here coming out of S.R.O.'s draft. Will stick it into the inside there. Does it. Is already past S.R.O.C and will make his way to Roddy in a few turns here probably. He's on fire. Determined to revenge his forced exit in the last race. And Turan is making a move on S.R.O.C. And Roddy sliding there. Oh, he's losing his Ferrari. Alex Mas getting around safely. So does Mariana Turan on the outside. Mariana Turan hellbent on staying together with Alex Mas. Doesn't want to lose him. And Nafius is in battle with S.R.O.C. S.R.O.C struggling a bit in his Mercedes. Oh, and it's Nafius there. Heading onto the grass. Trying to pass S.R.O.C there as quick as possible. And Ivaldi and S.R.O.C in the battle between themselves for P8. And Anderman is very close to Daniel Taylor here. And Enderman has to make a move very soon. I thought I saw Turum there going wide, and it is. Roddy getting alongside him. Let's see if Nafius can get closer now. No, and it's Alex Mas getting very close to the two leaders there. Daniel Taylor feeling the pressure as well, running a little bit wide there. Oh, and it's Enderman alongside Daniel Taylor on the long straight. There's a right hand corner here coming up, so it's probably going to be Taylor with the advantage here, unless Enderman has more speed, more closing speed going into the corner. Alex Mas is on a roll as well. Enderman will try to get away from Taylor and Mas as soon as possible. And Nafius and Turum following, and Nicholas Roddy, who was the leader in the standings coming into this one, and it's also in the back, Solima reaching Ivaldi. And Mas has gotten around Taylor, and Turum is slipping as well. Here we see Mas must have made a move in turn 1 somewhere. And Turum is falling back to P10. Hopefully he'll be able to resume his race, and Alex Mas is hunting down Kevin Enderman. Well, Turum has fallen back to last place. And Solima has gotten around Vivaldi as well. Taylor is losing ground. Needs to keep Roddy and Nafius away from him. And Turum is making his way back up the field, passing Gilles. But this battle to follow here. Enderman making great strides here with his first place now. Will take over the lead in the standings if he finishes like this. Roddy is in P4, stuck in traffic, and has to watch out that Nafius doesn't get alongside him as well. Mas is trying to get closer. And they're both very close to the inside part of the track there. It's Alex Mas holding back a little bit, trying to find a better exit. It's there. There's a move on. Kevin Enderman on for first place. It's Mas on the inside of Enderman, and he does it. P1 for Alex Enderman. P1 for Mas, excuse me. Enderman falling back to 2. And right behind him are Taylor, Roddy, and Nafius. Also having a very interesting battle here. Taylor seems to have a slight edge over the other two, but for how long? These are the differences between the groups, and you can see here where Roddy makes good work out of that top speed the Ferrari has. Turum is in the pits. Here we are following Nafius, right behind Roddy and Taylor. And one slight mistake from one of the cars in front of him can have serious consequences with these close battles. And you can see the drivers just getting up right behind one another, trying to maximize the draft effect. You want to have as much as possible of an advantage here with these GT3 cars. It's Nick's here on the outside of Roddy. It doesn't make it, but just barely. It's a very good defensive move there by Nicholas Roddy. And let's see who can get out as a winner here in this group. Taylor doing very well here. Showing that when he can keep his car on track, he can score some big points. Finds himself making little errors here and there, often causing him to crash hard. Here we are again. All three drivers right behind one another. Nafius is going to make the same move he did last lap on the outside. Wants to try to have that bigger entry speed, and Roddy loses his car. Roddy spins there with his Ferrari, and Nafius gets alongside him safely. Will try to get to Daniel Taylor now, and Roddy loses his Ferrari on the entry there. Falls back to P5. Anderman will be happy to see it, but Nafius isn't done. He's already got up to Taylor. And Roddy has lost some significant time. 2 seconds already behind Roddy, behind Nafius and Taylor, excuse me. But the two Mercedes drivers look fairly equal in pace. Nafius might look a little bit quicker than Taylor is, but so far hasn't been able to get around Taylor. Taylor hasn't cracked yet, but this is the part where Nafius gets the most out of his car. This time positions himself on the inside, doesn't work out for him. Taylor knows the track, knows what he's doing. And here we are on board with Daniel Taylor, looking back at the number 3 car, Sebastian Nafius. And we see Nafius running wide there, almost losing it. And if you're Nafius, you don't want to see Roddy finding your rear spoiler again. And Alex Mas has shaken off the woes he had in race 1. Is safely in P1. 2 seconds and a half on Enderman already. But Enderman will be happy with scoring a second place here in the second race. That's going to be 66 value points against Roddy's 5th place here. With that, we'll see the jump from Enderman getting to the top of the standings. But he has to finish it first. While we switch back to the cameras, we can see that Nathan has a hard time getting back to Taylor's rear part of the car. So if Taylor can keep this clean, he might be the one to escape with third place here. But it's not over. Nathan's already there. And Taylor is gonna have a problem here with Nathan's. Nathan's using the slipstream. He will throw his car to the left here, trying to have a better entry there. And they're side by side going into the right hander. Oh, Taylor spins and makes a mistake there. Spins. Oh, tries to recover it, but no, doesn't stay out of the wall, unfortunately for him. Nathan's back to third place. Let's see if Taylor can get his car back on track. But he has to watch out for Tigelaar, who is coming around the corner there. Tigelaar up into P5. That's a costly mistake again made by Taylor, who doesn't seem to have luck on his side here. And that's going to be very costly there for Daniel Taylor. And let's see if Tigelaar now can contain Taylor to 6th place. Tigelaar struggling a little bit this week on Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Has run some invisible races. Race 1 wasn't due to his fault though. Got hit there by James Tigelaar at the start, so let's see that if he can finish well now that he doesn't have serious contact. Has had a little slight hit somewhere, because we can see his left side of his car. He scraped a bit, but doesn't seem all too serious. But Taylor has found the rhythm. He's just 8/10 behind Tigelaar here. And this is the part where Daniel Taylor really comes close. Will use that grab now. He's already throwing his car to the left. Is side by side with Tigelaar. We'll see who will have the better entry. This is where Tigelaar can use the short part of that turn, but doesn't have the speed to keep up with Taylor. Taylor back to P5. Very well done there. He won't be very happy himself after losing P3. But that's what you need to do after making a critical error. Just shake it off, get into the right mindset, and keep the damage to a minimum. Well, Alex Mas in P1 in his 15th lap. Fairly safe. You can see Enderman on the background. Not really posing a threat to Alex Mas. And with Turm out, there's most likely no one that's going to threaten Alex Mas' victory here in the second race. But we have seen Mas make a little mistake with back markers in the first race, so it won't be a guarantee. Well, Roddy gets around Gilles, who is entering the pit. Don't know why. Couldn't see any damage really on his car. Well, we are trying to find Daniel Taylor here with Tegelaar right behind him. 6 seconds behind them is Davis Tegelaar in his BMW. There he is. Going around turn 1. And there's no real duels going on there right now. And we hope Nurov hasn't fallen back very down in the standings with his absence here in this race. We'll be happy that Andaman, Maas and Roddy are taking away points from each other during these 2 races, while Atkins, with his prolonged absence, won't be the McLaren leader anymore in the standings, and being the leader as one of the manufacturers in your own standings has a prize as a reward itself at the end of the season. So Salima will take that over from Atkins. Obviously, if Atkins returns, that'll change very quickly, but so far, if Salima can keep it on track, he will become the leading McLaren in the standings. And Roddy will still be leading unless Navius is going to get around. Oh, excuse me, Roddy's in Ferrari, of course, leading Ferrari. We'll be glad to see Turin is out of race 2 as well. And Alex Mas already in his last lap. It's a very good drive by him. Hasn't seen any dangers in race 2, that is. Will receive 75 points with a win. He's reached the long straight here at Motorsports. After that, there's only 3 turns to conclude the race. And after crashing out in the first race, the second race has been a better one for Alex Mas, who turns the last corner here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, takes the win here in race 2 in the GT3 Sprint Series. His first win in this league as a defending champion in 2019. Congratulations, Alex Mas. And Andaman will take P2. While Navius comes over start, finishes 3rd. Roddy will end in 4th with Daniel Taylor 10 seconds behind him. Still has the last corner to make. There he is, P5 for Daniel Taylor. Won't be very happy with his 5th place. 6th for Tegelaar with Davis Tegelaar in 7th. There he is, right behind Gilles, who also finishes. And lastly will be Salima coming up in P8 in his McLaren. We would like to thank you for watching again here in 2019. We hope it'll be a good year. Oh, and a little mistake there by Salima. We will try to finish to receive his points. Once again, we thank you for watching, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye. Until then.